Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. For today's video, I'll be doing the first cook with me that will be part of an ongoing series where occasionally I will show you how I make non-Puerto Rican meals with a really good Puerto Rican twist. Tonight, I'll be making homemade spaghetti and garlic bread. So let's get into it. Alright, so first things first, I went ahead and I chopped up some white onion and green pepper, and I'm going to go ahead and saute it in my pan. So I have a large pan here. This is like a 12-inch pan, and I put a little bit of extra virgin olive oil, and I didn't put like all of the peppers and onions that I chopped up. I saved the rest. This right here is about half a cup worth of peppers and onions. So I'm going to go ahead and give that a really good saute until it is nice and fragrant, and I'm cooking this over medium heat. So while I'm cooking my veggies, I like to season my things in layers sometimes. So I'm going to go ahead and add a little bit of the salt-free McCormick seasoning. I've used this seasoning in other videos, like when I make asopao de pollo or bouillon fricassé. It's just really, really good. And I like that it doesn't have salt because I can add as much as I want without worrying about over salting my food. So I added about half a teaspoon, and I'm going to go ahead and give that a really good stir. And FYI, I will have all of the ingredients in the description box below. Alright, so now that my veggies are nice and sauteed, I'm going to go ahead and add my beef to make my ragu sauce. However, I'll be preparing this beef picadillo style. Picadillo is just Spanish stewed ground beef. It's really delicious, and it's going to add a ton of flavor for this spaghetti with a Puerto Rican twist. So I'm just going to go ahead and like plop my beef in the middle of my pan. I'm not going to brown my meat and drain it and do all that because I am making picadillo, and this is just a way of making it. But if you want to brown your beef after you saute your veggies, you may do so. You just got to remove your veggies and then add your beef, cook it, drain it, and then add your veggies, and you're good to go. Because when it's your kitchen, it's your rules, and you can do whatever you want. So I'm using beef, but if you want to use like chicken or turkey, feel free to do so. So I'm just going to chop this up really, really good, and I'm going to cook it until it is like cooked about a third of the way. Alright, so once my meat looks like this, and I give my spoon a really hard Puerto Rican tap, I'm going to go ahead and add some sofrito because we are making Puerto Rican-style picadillo. So I am adding about like a tablespoon and a half of sofrito, which is like an ice cube worth of sofrito, because I freeze my sofrito in ice cube trays. So this is basically 1 cube of sofrito. And then I'm just going to go ahead and mix it as I go. Now I'm going to add some tomato sauce. I'll be adding about 2 tablespoons. And by the way, I'll be having all of the ingredients in the description box below so that you can refer to them and adjust anything that you want to adjust. Oh, and by the way, my heat is set over like medium-ish. All right, now I added a little bit of sugar. I added about like a teaspoon and a half of white sugar. This is going to help cut the acidity because I never like my ragu sauce to be super tomatoey, if that makes sense. I always like to cut it with a little bit of sugar. And then I'm going to add about a teaspoon of this better than bouillon. I can never say that word right. No matter how many times I look up the pronunciation on Google, I don't know if it's because I'm bilingual, but I cannot pronounce that word. All right, then I'm gonna add a little bit of my homemade sazón. I do have a video on how to make homemade sazón. It's about like 2 or 3 videos back from this video. Just gonna go ahead and add about, I don't know, like a teaspoon and a half, kind of just eyeball it there. Mix, mix, mix. Oh, by the way, I used homemade sazón, but if you want to use pre-made sazón, feel free to do so. Just add 1 packet. And at this point, the carne means meat, by the way, smelled amazing. It smelled so good. And because the meat is kind of juicy, I don't have to add water or anything like that, which is, I think, a good tip is if you are using like a leaner cut of meat, you can add a little bit of water. That way your meat's not dry. I want to say just like a couple of tablespoons, like 2 tablespoons or something like that. Went ahead and I gave it a little taste test to see if it's missing, and I was like, oh, it needs a little more sazón. So I'm adding some more sazón. But if you're using like pre-made sazón, I don't recommend to add like another packet. Just add like, I don't know, play around with the spices. Add a little bit of garlic powder, a little more onion powder, a little bit of annatto or paprika. Just kind of play around with the flavors. Those Spanish flavors are just so good. All right, so now that my picadillo is pretty much done, I'm going to go ahead and awkwardly show you this jar of marinara sauce. This is a 3 cheese marinara. I get this at Target, and I always like to use like a cheese variety of pasta sauce because, like I mentioned earlier, I don't like my pasta sauce to be super acidic. So I always like the cheese ones. They're so good because they're like nice and mild, but like still flavorful. And I only added 3/4 of the jar. So growing up, whenever I ate like Puerto Rican-style spaghetti, it's never really saucy. So I'm used to that. I don't like it very saucy, but feel free to add the whole jar if you wish. Little taste test. And by the way, I'm using a clean spoon every time, so no worries. Even though I'm cooking for my family, I always like to be, sanitary and all that. All right, so my last spice is going to be a bay leaf. Like struggling here a bit because they were all stuck together. All right, so now I'm gonna go ahead and cook this on low, but I'm gonna cook it covered so that it does not dry out. And I'll be cooking this for about 20 minutes or so, or maybe a little less. I'm just gonna cook it while my pasta boils. All right, so while my ragu sauce is simmering over there on low heat, covered, I'm gonna go ahead and prepare my pasta. So while I was cooking and preparing my ragu sauce, I actually had a pot of water that I brought to a boil. I went ahead and I added a good amount of salt that I just eyeball. And this is the pasta that I'll be using. I love this brand, Barilla. I pronounce it Barilla because the double L in Spanish sounds like an English J, but I know that it's Barilla. But I love this pasta. It's made out of chickpeas, lentils, peas. It has a ton of protein. Well, compared to like regular pasta. It has a lot of protein, a lot of vitamins and minerals, and it's just really good for you. And it's not even expensive. Like this box was like $2 something at Target. You can get it at Target, at Walmart, or any other grocery store. But if you want to use regular pasta, feel free to do so. Don't feel bad because you can't find this pasta or you don't want to use it. Use whatever pasta you have on hand. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and boil this until it is nice and tender. All right, so while my ragu sauce is simmering and my pasta is boiling, I'm going to go ahead and prepare some garlic bread because we are multitasking over here. And honestly, I'm just used to multitasking in the kitchen because of making Puerto Rican food, you know, like I'll have like a pot of rice, and then I'll have a pot of beans, and then I'll have some plantains cooking, and then I'm slicing up some avocado, I'm preparing a salad. In between all that, I'm washing dishes. I do too much in the kitchen and I stress myself out, but that's my fault. But anyway, so after I cut my French bread in half and slice it down the middle, I went ahead and I melted about 2 tablespoons of butter. Okay, now I'm gonna go ahead and season my butter so that I can brush it over the bread. And I'm gonna start by adding a little bit of sea salt. I'm gonna add some garlic powder. This is about a teaspoon of garlic powder. But if you want to use like crushed fresh garlic, you may do so. And then I'm gonna add a bit of this Italian seasoning. This is about like half a teaspoon. Gonna add some black pepper, about 1/4 of a teaspoon. By the way, I've had people call me out on my videos and say, that doesn't look like a teaspoon, that looks like more. And it always makes me laugh because they're probably kind of right. I'm so used to eyeballing all of my seasonings, but I'm pretty confident in like the measurements that I give. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and mix this up really, really well. And then I went ahead and I brushed it over my French bread as evenly as possible. And then after I did that, I'm just going to sprinkle my bread with some cheese. So I'm using this Italian cheese blend. Has like mozzarella, provolone, parmesan. Really, really good. So you don't have to add cheese if you don't want to, but I love cheese and I'm gonna add a pretty good amount. And I need my cheese to be even because it'll bother me. So after I added that cheese blend, I'm gonna add a little bit of grated Parmesan cheese. And then I'm going to sprinkle some dry parsley. And now my breads are ready to go in the oven. I'm going to bake these for about 7 minutes. So now that my pasta is cooked and has been drained, I'm going to go ahead and throw in that ragu sauce. And it came out so good. Like, I'm not just saying that just to say it or because I made it. I promise I'm not being biased. This recipe is amazing. It's so good. And if someone's Puerto Rican abuelita in Puerto Rico was serving this to me, she'll probably serve it with a little bit of white rice on the side. Why more carbs? I don't know. That's just how we are. Maybe some tostones as well, because we like a buffet. We like a variety of things on our plate that kind of don't go together, but go together. You know, I don't know if you've ever seen like a Puerto Rican plate at like Christmas time or Christmas Eve on Nochebuena. It has like a bunch of random things and I don't know. It's so good. But I kept it simple tonight. I just did the garlic bread and I also made some salad and we were good to go. And that is all for today's video. If you've enjoyed today's Cook With Me, please let me know in the comment section down below. If you have not already, please subscribe to the channel, give this video a thumbs up, and be sure to hit the notification bell. Until next time.